to my Chamber of Horrors. I'm Mercy Desdemona, and I know it's been a while. First off, I want to say that we are working on our new layout of these episodes, so please bear with us these next couple episodes as we work out the kinks. Secondly, I will now be joined by a wonderful co-host, Reverie Addams, and she has wonderful trick or trivia for you. Those who participate in the trivia and leave their answers in the comments down below are automatically put in a raffle for some creepy and cool prizes. So if that's something you would like to do, be sure to play along. Every week you will be given the proper answer and who the winner is and given new questions. Just a lovely little segment added to the show. And once a month, me and Reverie will be live. So not only will you get to join us discussing horror, but you'll also get to participate in Trick or Trivia live. Now, let's get to it. Actually, before we get into it, I have to remind you guys, if you are the weird kid, grown weird adult, and you like all things horror, true crime, and weird theories, consider becoming a member of the Spookyfam and subscribe. All of our other links are in the description down below. Let's get into tonight's picture. Tonight's picture is Hell House LLC. Now, this is a trilogy, so we will be taking a look at each film separately. This is a found footage film, but it stands out. As you know, if you've been following me for a while, Spookyfam, I am not a fan of found footage. It can get really cheesy, but not on the good side. This one is set up so great that you don't even notice you're watching a found footage film. For example, if you watch VHS, you kind of know. When you watch this one, it's set up as a documentary, talking about an event that has happened at this haunted location, right? So not only are you getting to see the found footage, but you're also getting to see the characters and people discussing this event and police interrogation and all this kind of real life aspect to it that brings the story together in an amazing way. So this group of friends get this haunted location, which has a shady past, and they thought it was a perfect location for a haunted event. I mean, why not? Well, this one is a wee bit possessed and haunted, that's why. And that's why the building was basically sitting empty. But of course, who believes the locals and their crazy stories, right? We're just gonna go ahead and do it anyway. Let's just wake that shit up. Be authentic with our haunted house. Anyway, they start, staying in this building, and, they got rooms up top, and what I love about this is that the people in the found footage, our characters, our group of friends here, they're so believable in their roles. They did a wonderful job bringing these characters to life, because not once did you second guess that, like, if you're just watching this and you stumbled upon it, you'd probably be like, I gotta double check if this is an actual documentary or a movie, because it was so well put together. I do believe this came out in 2015, if I remember correctly, and it still stays one of my favorite found footage films. So, one of my favorite scenes is when they are filming their little corridor that they made, and you start seeing some peculiar things. The reason that scene that you just saw stands out to me is because you were not expecting it as a watcher. You're just expecting to see what they created, okay? Now, of course, you might be expecting to be a little scared, but the fact that they kept moving closer and closer and more just adds this beautiful tension to this film. And what's amazing about the scares in this film is that they weren't relying on the super cliched zoom in loud music, okay? This is what I call perfect scare, because, there's these clown mannequins in the basement, and you see them moving around this building, right? It's a hotel. But you can't tell if it's one of the friends dressed up either. So you're kind of having to play a guessing game. Are they pranking each other? Is this really the spirit? And it adds a perfect amount of tension. Now, it's really spooky and eerie as some piano notes. You know me and music and horror, no matter how little. These few notes grab some sort of attention of the spirits, it seems, when they play the piano. And everyone's like, well, where did you even learn that? And they're just playing random notes. Well, apparently that was a sign that the hotel is just waking up. The cool thing about this is it's so subtle, but it just brings everything together, and you slowly learn that when you start to hear that piano tune, that some weird shit's gonna happen. And it has great, it continues throughout all the other films as well. So it follows really, really well and brings the story to a whole. Now, for the props in this, I think it was fantastic and believable. So many times that you watch a film and they're like, oh, this place is abandoned, and it's just literally like just sheets over furniture. No, this place actually looked like it was just like left there. You know what I mean? And what's really cool is like you learn the layout, which is really weird. Because after you watch this film and you go to the second one, you kind of learn the layout. So you're like, oh wait, no, that's where that happened, and you're really truly following the story. Normally, when a film comes out, the first one is amazing, and then the sequels suck. Not in this case. And I really feel like the reason why this stands out to me as well is because it wasn't over pushy. You know what I mean? Like, it was more so like everyone's trying to figure out this mystery. And one thing I'm not going to spoil is the ending, because it was superb. It was absolutely superb. It is wild. It is crazy. The special effects are just perfect, not too over the top, but just enough to be dramatic in the way that it should, but also like it's still gore, you know, but perfect. I definitely give this a 10 out of 10. I am now going to give the show over to Reverie Addams for your trick or trivia.
Hi, my name is Reverie Addams, and welcome to the first ever segment of Trick or Trivia. We're going to start off with a fun fact. I know you don't know me very well, maybe not at all, so you don't know whether I am going to bullshit you for attention, but Mercy will attest to this, that I went to go film this about a week ago, had my Q's and my A's all written up, and flushed prematurely and flooded my entire apartment. And then later that night, my boyfriend came home, turned the water back on the toilet because I had to turn it off and what have you, and said it'd be fine, and it was not fine. And it flooded again the next morning. At some point overnight, I woke up to a puddle near the PlayStation 4. So I think that our set should be wet with corn syrup blood and not toilet water. So that being said, let us begin. Alright, this week's theme is obviously Alfred Hitchcock. And first I would like to know, who did Hitchcock claim made the best victims? Was it A, intoxicated high schoolers played by adults? B, the sexually promiscuous? C, blondes? Or D, women in general? Because that's just lovely. Number 2, Psycho was the first American film to feature what? A, taxidermy. B, a female criminal. C, a toilet. Or D, a female driver. Oh no. Alright, number 3, what VIP treatment did the birds in The Birds receive? A, a buffet table stocked with various bird seeds, meats, and breadcrumbs. B, an avian hospital. C, a makeup tent where they were sprayed with fake blood, mist, and occasionally sprinkled with bits of dirt. And if I could read my own handwriting, we would come to D, a cawing coach, who rewarded them with treats when they squawked menacingly enough for Hitchcock's liking. Alright, I will be revealing the answers next week, and for now, I will leave you at Mercy's mercy. Happy haunting.
Now, what I would like for you to do is let me know in the comments down below if you have seen this film and what you thought. Or once you watch it, please let me know your thoughts down below. I hope you have a wonderful evening, and I will see you next week. Stay spooky, stay weird, stay cool.